going on, guys? I'm Simple Simon. I'm your comic book noob. Welcome to the Noob Rebirth. Today's video, I'm going to be learning about Marvel. On one of the episodes of the New 50 Noob I did with Mark, I basically went through a bunch of DC characters I wasn't that familiar with, and he taught me, he dropped some knowledge on me. We're doing Marvel today, and I got a few characters that I'll ask you about. He has no idea, I have not told him yet. He just looked at me like, I'm not prepared. Too bad. Also, I apologize for the lighting. I forgot to bring my ring light power cable, so I look a little bit gross today. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, hit that thumbs up. Let's do this. Before we get started, say hi, Mark.
Hi, Mark. I don't know. I'm very upset, mate.
Why are you upset? What happened?
Well, first you drop a bomb.
I gave him no warning about today. He literally just found out about what the topic was as I did my intro just then. Anyway, we're wearing face masks today because, you know, it's all happening here in Melbourne, Australia. Alright, so I've got a bunch of Marvel characters to ask you about, and we're going to see if Mark can drop some knowledge, and we're also going to see if we can stump him and make him seem like a noob.
I have to say I'm not too big on the Marvel characters.
Yeah,
so disclaimer right there.
First character, Silver Surfer. Go.
Well, Silver Surfer is a herald. He was a herald of Galactus. So
what's his origin like? What is his deal?
I don't know. So Galactus is a being that eats worlds, and he sends off like a herald, to warn the planet, like Galactus is coming, you need to leave.
Yeah, we're talking about Silver Surfer, yeah? Right.
Yeah, I know. So Silver Surfer took over from the previous herald, and so I think he's the last of his kind, or I'm pretty sure I don't know, and if you know, leave a comment. The Silver Surfer, I'm pretty sure, didn't look like that originally. I think he was created like that, to look like a silver man on a surfboard. I think Galactus gave him that power. His planet was a victim of Galactus. That's where I was going with the Galactus thing. And I think he was being freed from Galactus by the Fantastic Four. You know, born out of the 60s and 70s, having a surfboard and stuff. It was really cool.
What's his power?
I don't know.
He surfs. He can surf through the galaxy.
He can surf really well without any waves. I don't know. Okay. Like I said, I'm not a big Silver Surfer guy.
That's all good. Well, the next person was going to be Galactus.
So there you go. I don't know. I have no idea what his origin is.
Anything about Galactus?
I think he's not Eternals, they're,
New Gods!
No.
Giant people. Galactozoids.
He's a it's called.
A what?
A T-double-A.
No, you were never going to get that. Mate, if you don't know, just say you don't know.
Celestial.
Celestial. That you should have got. Okay.
Let's go again.
That was the tape.
There's not a lot of them, but they're big giants, and that's what they do. They just go around and eat planets.
Okay.
I don't know too much history on it. No.
Okay. The Spirit of Vengeance. So not only did I read Thor recently, I read Ghost Rider for the first time as well.
Yeah, Ghost Rider's pretty cool.
And it was good. I really like the current run. But I don't really quite understand the Spirit of Vengeance. Is it a curse? What's the deal?
It's sort of like a demon entity. Off the top of my head, I've never really come across the name of the demon that possesses.
So it's one demon that possesses them all.
Sorry?
It's one demon that possesses them all. Because there's multiple Ghost Riders.
Yeah, that's right. So everyone has their turn, I suppose.
So in the past, has it been like a passing of the torch sort of thing, like every other character?
Yeah.
Because in the current one, it's got both. It's got Johnny.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah.
Which I was just like, what's going on?
Yeah, I know. Well, I would read that going, what's going on?
One thing
but that's what's so good about comics. You read and go, what the hell's going on?
One thing that was, that's every comic that I read.
So the way I understand it is that Johnny Blaze made a sort of like a deal with the devil. You know, sort of like Todd McFarlane's Spawn sort of thing, you know? He made a deal with the devil, signed his soul, but he didn't read the fine print. That's what happened.
That damn fine print.
That damn fine print, mate. The T's and C's. Not only does it look cool with the skull, with burning skull. I love that. Absolutely great. But what I also love is the penance stare. You know what the penance stare is? Ooh, penance stare, old school. So he would grab a bad guy and he would look them in the eye and give them the penance stare. So the penance stare makes them confess to their sins, you know, like to their wrongdoings, and that's what feeds him.
There's no denying that you are into X-Men and you should be able to drop some.
I am into X-Men.
Okay, believe it or not, once upon a time, back in a place called the 90s, I was into X-Men. Not so much anymore. But one of my favourite characters back then, I actually couldn't tell you anything about him, except for he throws cards at people.
Oh, Gambit?
Yeah, so remind me, like, I literally, my memory, guys, is like a goldfish.
He's got the powers to load something up, like an object, and throw it and it explodes. And he chooses playing cards, hence the name Gambit. He's a gambler, he's a womanizer, you know, he's a bad boy, man. That's why the women love him. You know, so... he's okay, I like him.
Well, what's one of his most epic moments in X-Men history?
I don't want to say him and Rogue, because that's just off the top of my head, but I don't know. I don't think he's ever had a...
All I remember about Rogue is I was in love with her, and the only thing I can remember is she can knock you out by kissing you.
Do you know where she got her powers from?
Captain Marvel.
That's right, Carol Danvers.
Boom, boom.
That's right. So, and that's why Carol Danvers was non-existent for years and years, because she was in a coma after Rogue sucked the power out of her.
Okay.
And so it sucked so much of her power it made it permanent to Rogue.
One X-Men character that I know nothing about and I have no memory of back from when I was into X-Men that I would love to know something about is Kitty Pryde.
Kitty Pryde.
I know nothing about that character. I just saw her as like, Kitty Pryde sounds like a porn star or something.
She's just Catherine Pryde. So she's just a mutant who, you know, 16 years old, turns up, you know, in the one of the X mansion, one of the students, you know. And throughout the years, she's become, you know, like a leader. And, you know, her and Wolverine have had like a really good friendship, you know, father-daughter sort of stuff.
Yeah.
A good relationship there. Yeah, she's a really good balancer, I find, like character to balance out a scene when you're writing a scene with hostility. You know, her probably key moment was in Joss Whedon's X-Men series, and because of her phasing powers, there was a giant bullet that she could fit into, like her size, a human-sized bullet, and it was headed towards Earth, and so she's in it. So she goes in it, and she phases the bullet right through, so it passes right through Earth. She was stuck in there for a couple of years, I suppose. I don't know how long exactly. But because she didn't want to unphase, then hit some other planet and blows it up. And then she turned up again, like in the comic books, probably about 2 years ago. You know, like, oh man, where are you? You know, her and Colossus have had like a start and stop sort of relationship.
Colossus?
Yeah.
Isn't Kitty Pryde tiny?
Yeah.
Damn. Anyway, moving on.
You got a dirty boy, character. This guy's dirty.
Now, the Incredible Hulk, what I want to know about the Incredible Hulk is there a difference between the Incredible Hulk and the Immortal Hulk?
I'm not reading the Immortal Hulk.
I think I saw someone post a book on Instagram and they said the first appearance of the Immortal Hulk.
That's
and
right.
I was like, wait,
it was Avengers.
Is the Immortal Hulk not the Incredible Hulk? Is it just not another story title name?
Well, the Incredible Hulk, obviously born in the 60s, you know, the nuclear age, you know, gamma radiation guy. You know, and you know, you get angry, you turn into a green monster, an angry rage monster, and it's, you know, probably related to a lot of people, I suppose. And he was cool, you know, Hulk smash and stuff, and didn't really say much. During the 80s, he transitioned from that to went back to his original colour, which was grey because he was never originally green. But he became like a corrupt Hulk. He was intelligent too. He was cunning. That's it. He was working for the mob.
So was he talking a lot
He was
then?
known as Mr. Fix-It.
Was he talking a lot more then?
Oh yeah, like I said, he was very intelligent.
Okay.
But he was corrupt. You know, he didn't really give a shit. So, and then in the 90s, he becomes green again. much more intelligent, as in Dr. Banner intelligence.
Yeah.
So they stopped referring him to the Hulk. He was the Hulk as a character, but in reality they kept on calling him Dr. Banner or Banner.
But is Immortal Hulk Banner?
I don't know, I'm not reading it.
Okay, yeah, okay.
So, but basically...
Leave a comment if you guys know.
So basically the way I look at it from outside, the way I see it from the outside is they killed Banner, right? The Hulk, and they brought back the Hulk book and they called it Immortal Hulk because he can't die. I'm not reading the book, but looking from the outside, that's how I see it.
And there is also another Hulk, I believe, and he happens to be a Korean fellow named
Amadeus Cho.
Amadeus Cho.
And
the third smartest guy in the world or some crap like that.
Yeah, but he's not very popular.
I'd hate to be the third smartest man in the world.
He's a teenager too.
This one, I did want to know about. Again, because I read Thor recently. Tell me about Gatorade Bill.
What? You mean Beta Ray Bill?
Yes, Gatorade Bill. Gatorade Bill.
Okay, so Beta Ray Bill was one of the other one of the other characters who could pick up Thor's hammer. Right? He's the last of his kind. His family was destroyed.
What is he?
Huh?
What is he?
I don't know.
Looks like
look it up. I'm not sure what type of race he is, but he's the last of his own.
Looks like a horse.
Pretty sure it was Thanos that destroyed his world, but I'm not sure. Odin was so impressed with, his demeanor and his attitude, to pick up Thor's hammer and all that. So after he picked up Thor's hammer, he gave it back to Thor, obviously the Mjolnir, and Odin made him his own hammer called Stormbreaker. It gave him the power of Thor. He's called in back and forth, into the universe, here and there. He was a big.
He's popular, right? People like him.
He's popular because he's really cool. He's not the most good-looking guy, alien, I suppose, but he's a really cool character. Like he's Thor, but he's not Thor.
Okay. Last one, right? A few weeks ago, I bought a book from you. It was a Spawn book. Spawn's not Marvel, and it was the first appearance of Angela. But she's a Marvel character now, I believe.
She is.
And she happens to be someone's sister, I believe.
Thor's sister.
Thor's sister. Tell me the story and the controversy behind the character.
You can always look it up, but first appearance in Spawn #9, which was written by Neil Gaiman. Yeah?
Yes.
So Neil Gaiman created this character called Spawn, called Angela, and she was like a hunter of spawns. And then she sort of pretty much disappeared. I suppose she made her appearance here and there in a couple of other Spawn books, but then she disappeared, and there was a big court case, I think, of who owned the character, whether it was Todd McFarlane or Neil Gaiman, and I think Neil Gaiman won that, and then he ended up giving it or exchanging it. It's all rumour, it's never been confirmed, but exchanging it to Marvel for something in return, a book series or something, I don't know. She turned up in a Marvel book. She came out of the 10th realm, which was hidden years ago by Odin, and she ends up being Thor's half sister. The planet is like a planet of women gladiators.
Sounds familiar.
It does. But it was really well written and it was really smart. It was really clever. She turns up like in space, having no memory of where she's from, and then she joins the Guardians for a while, and then her memory comes back, and after I think she meets Thor, and her memory comes back, and it's all revealed about the 10th realm, what Odin did, and it was pretty well received as well.
That is all from us, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you learned something, because I always learn something. If you are new to the channel once again, don't forget to subscribe. Hit that like button, and Mark, I don't know if I want to see you much lately. I don't know. Things are going crazy down here.
Yeah, but they say food and essential service and essential supplies. So this is essential supplies, man.
I need my books.
And I dare someone to challenge me that it's not.
Yeah.
What do you do at home if not read comics, man?
Read more comics.
You gotta read more comics, read more comics.
And for all you guys who have a problem with wearing a mask, seriously,
what?
It ain't that hard. You look cool, you look like a ninja.
I can do a ninja trick, ready? Hang on.
Say bye, Mark.
Bye, Mark! where do you go?
Thanks for watching, guys. Keep it simple.